Yes lads, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today I'll be discussing Francisco Trincaos' possible move to Leicester City this summer transfer window. So with the summer transfer window now well and truly underway, the links surrounding Leicester City continue to come in thick and fast. The latest being Barcelona's Francisco Trincao and his possible move to the King Power Stadium this summer. So in today's video I'll be discussing Francisco Trincaos' possible move to Leicester City this summer transfer window. Who actually is Francisco Trincao? What's his playing style? How would he actually fit into the Leicester City side? What deal would we go with, a loan or a buy? And overall, would I actually like to see Francisco Trincao join Leicester City this summer transfer window? But just before we do get into it, make sure a big thumbs up down below on today's video. The videos are now finally back on the channel. It's been a while, but your boy SPORTSA is back with the videos. The grinding does start right now. There's going to be a lot of content coming in this close season time. A lot of transfer videos planned as well. So if you guys like this video and want to see some more videos like this on different players, let me know by smashing a like down below on today's video. 50 likes would be absolutely incredible for the return of videos. Lots of videos on the way, so smash a like if you do enjoy it. Also, subscribe to the channel. You have to see my face on your screen before. We're now on the road to 1,500 subscribers. There's still a large percentage of you guys who are not subscribed to the channel who are watching this video right now. So go and subscribe to the channel, turn it grey because you know it does look better grey. Turn that subscribe button grey because we just don't want to see any red around here, do we? So yeah, go subscribe if you are new around here, guys. Also turn on my channel post notifications so you never miss any future videos on the channel just like this one. Follow all my social medias, they'll be down there. Links that all them will be in the description down below as well. Most importantly, let me know your thoughts on this signing. Would you like Francisco Trincao to join Leicester City? Do you like the video? Do you not? Just let me know in the comment section down below. But without further ado, let's get into Francisco Trincao to Leicester City. So, who is Francisco Trincao? Well, Francisco Trincao is Francisco Trincao. But in all seriousness, the Portuguese winger did arrive at Barcelona this January transfer window for £31 million fee and a buyout clause of £500 million, which I don't think Leicester City are going to be playing. But yeah, he arrived at Barcelona this January transfer window. However, he went back on loan to his former club, Braga, where he played the remainder of the season in the Portuguese league. Before Braga, he started his career off at Vienese. They went to Porto and had a second one-year spell at Vienese. Then he arrived at Braga in 2011, and of course, he arrived at FC Barcelona this season, this transfer window in January, on the 31st of January this year. The 20-year-old this season has played 33 games for the Portuguese side of Braga and got 8 goals, which isn't really a bad total for the youngster. He's also been involved in the Portuguese development side, the under-21s, played 5 games for them and 1 goal, which isn't really that bad of a bad total. He's only 20 years old and he's shown good development. He's got that end product as well, which Leicester City really needed. He's looking like a very good talent. This season for Braga, he's also played in the Europa League as well, which is massive in this transfer, in my opinion. Of course, Leicester now in European football, in the Europa League. We need to bring in players who have some experience in the Europa League. Yes, he's only 20 years old, but he has played in the Europa League, and surely he does know what the competition is about. He's only at the young age of 20, and it's fair to say he's done very well in his career so far. The Portuguese league is not as easy as it seems. Got some good teams in there like FC Porto, Sporting Lisbon as well, so he's done fairly well and also had some experience in the Europa League as well. So to be honest, it would be a very good signing. Moving on to point number 2 then, what type of player actually is Francisco Trincao? So, Trincao is a winger. Most importantly, I think he's been compared to a type of player like Mahrez. He's got that trickery, he's got that end product, and that is what Leicester City have been lacking, in my opinion, since Mahrez left the club a few seasons ago out wide. Yes, the Foxes are bringing some players like Rashi Gazelle and Jose Perez, who, by the way, Jose Perez is not a winger at all. Could Francisco Trincao be the man to come in and top of replace Mahrez? He's got the trickery, he's got the end product, and that is simply what Leicester need. Yes, Harvey Barnes has done quite well this season, but we are lacking something on the right hand side, and I think him and Ricardo Pereira down the right hand side could be a real force going forward next season. He's got the end product, and that's massive for Leicester as well. Like the likes of Jose Perez, Harvey Barnes have been getting into those positions, but the final pass, the final shot, it just isn't really there. And with Trincao, yes, he's only 20 years old, but from his stats, we can see that he is a goal scoring type of winger, likes to get an assist as well, likes to take a man on, and I think that's what Leicester City simply need out wide. Watching his YouTube highlights, he's that type of player who likes to break inside, cut inside, take a shot, make things happen, make the cross, make that final pass, which Leicester City simply need. He's very similar to Mahrez, and he's also being compared to Cristiano Ronaldo. So Leicester What are you waiting for? Go and sign this man up if he's the next Cristiano Ronaldo, because watching his highlights, he looks like a special player. He makes things happen. He can take a man on knees him. He cuts inside, and overall, he's got a very, very good shot for a 20-year-old as well. He's 6 foot tall as well, so he can have a slight chance from crosses as well. So overall, this would be a brilliant signing for Leicester City. Moving on to point number 3 then, how would Francisco Trincao actually fit into the Leicester City squad going into next season? So like I mentioned, Francisco Trincao is a winger, likes to take a man on, and that is what Leicester City simply need. Yes, Harvey Barnes is a decent winger and I think he'll stay put next season. However, that right hand side, Mahrez isn't a winger. Francisco Trincao could be the man. We don't really need Michael Brighton or Demarai Gray. I just don't think that they're going to cut it anymore for Leicester, especially in the Europa League next season. I honestly think Trincao could easily just slot straight into that right winger spot, that right hand side for Leicester. Him and Ricardo Pereira, both Portuguese internationals, that they should know each other from the Portuguese development side of things, and I think they could be a real force going down that right hand side next season. He's that type of player who offers something different. He can make things happen. He's a type of Mahrez. If you need something, a bit of magic, Trincao could be the man to deliver that. I think he'll slot into the Leicester side fairly easy in my opinion. Yes, it may take a few games to bed him. I think he can also do a job at cam as well. So he's a very different type of player. I think he'd play it front as well, to be honest. He's very, very versatile type of player as well. But overall, in my opinion, I think he'll just slot straight into that right hand side for Leicester. It's going to be interesting to see how he deals just with the Premier League itself. But I'm fairly confident that Trincao could quite easily just fill into that right wing spot and take Jose Perez. But obviously, Jose Perez can easily play that cam type of role with James Maddison. There is a lot of options in the Leicester side. However, Trincao, a winger is needed, and Trincao could be that man. Moving on to point number 4 then, probably the most important one in my opinion. What type of deal would Leicester City go with to get Francisco Trincao? Of course, here we're talking either to buy Trincao or loan him in for a season or two. With Barcelona putting a £500 million release clause on him, I don't think I'm going to pay that, to be perfectly honest. So, in my opinion, I think it would have to be a loan in my opinion. I don't think Barcelona want to sell him, or they probably don't, because he hasn't even played 1 minute at Barcelona yet, so I can't see him leaving Barcelona. So in my opinion, it would have to be a loan. With the £500 million release clause on him, which is absolutely ridiculous, I can't see Leicester trying to sign him for cheap at all, in my opinion. I can't see Barcelona wanting just to let him go just like that when he hasn't even played the game for them. Of course, he arrived at Barcelona for 31 million, so if you were going to sign him, it would be around 50 million in my opinion, and for a 20-year-old, it is a big risk. So, in my opinion, a loan for Francisco Trincao would be absolutely perfect for Leicester and the player as well. Of course, he went out on loan to Braga this season, and it's fair to say he performed very, very well at the Portuguese side. Leicester have done it before. Youri Tielemans is the perfect example in this case. Of course, Youri arrived at the King Power Stadium for just under half the season on a loan deal, and that allowed Leicester City to find out, is it actually worth buying Youri Tielemans or not? And I think we can do the exact same thing with Francisco Trincao. It could even be a year loan, or maybe even 2-year loan. He's been on loan before at Braga, and like I said, he's performed very, very well, and a loan would allow Leicester to really say, is it actually worth going out and buy Trincao after his loan spell or not? And it would give Leicester the perfect chance, and it will also benefit Trincao as a player himself. In my opinion, it will allow him to get European football and Premier League football for 2 years, and if he wanted to come into Leicester as a permanent deal, it would be the perfect club if he wanted to come into the Premier League in his career. Overall, it'd probably be a year loan if you were going to get it, possibly a 2-year loan, but in my opinion, it would probably be a 1-season loan, which to be honest would be a very good bit of business by Leicester, in my opinion. His wages may be slightly high, but like I said, it would give Leicester the perfect time to see, is it worth signing Trincao for next season? If Trincao did perform very, very well for Leicester on his loan spell, we could potentially sign him, and the price could potentially be slightly lower. Obviously, if you loan a player, the price is usually a bit reduced. There always is an option to buy after loan, and I think we could probably do that with Trincao if he does perform very well. It would also benefit him as a player as well. He can get that experience in the Premier League and in Europe, and if he wants to come back to the Premier League to a club, Leicester City will be the perfect club for Trincao. So in my opinion, I think overall a 1-year loan is probably the best thing to go for here. So, on to the final point then. Would I like to see Trincao join Leicester City this summer transfer window? It's the most important question, and in my opinion, completely yes. We need to sign Trincao this summer. It would be absolutely huge if we can bring the Portuguese international to the King Power Stadium for the up-and-coming season. He just literally just stops all the problems out wide. He's got the end product, he's got the ability to take a man on, which none of our wingers really have. And him and Harvey Barnes, will be a real force out wide next season. Him and Ricardo on that right hand side would be very, very good as well going forward next season. It would be a cracking signing, in my opinion. He solves all our problems. He could be the Mahrez replacement, and it would be a brilliant signing. Teams would be scared of Trincao and Ricardo down that right hand side. It will cause a lot of problems, and it will also open up a lot of opportunities for players as well. Jamie Vardy is going to get some more service. James Maddison with the likes of them linking up. It would just be absolutely brilliant signing to have that type of tricky player in our team. We don't really have that type of player who can really take a man on just like Mahrez can do. But Trincao is the man. He can cut inside, get the shot, and when we need it, when we could need it a bit, manage it, Trincao could be the man. In my opinion, we have to sign Trincao. It would be an absolutely brilliant signing. So, boys and girls, that is it for today's video. In today's video, we discuss Francisco Trincao and his possible move to Leicester City this summer transfer window. The videos are now finally back on the channel. If you want to see some more videos like this, let me know by smashing like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Most importantly, let me know your thoughts on Trincao in the comment section down below. Should we sign him? Should we not? Let me know in the comment section down below, people. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I've been SPORTSA, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Peace, guys.